Here Maharaj is saying, like, when you are suffering, it seems like the time is not moving. But when you are happy, you feel like, oh, the time has passed so quickly. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, the gopis, like in Brahma's, they did Brahma. For one night of Brahma, they did the Brahma. One day is 1000 Chaturyug. Sata, Tetra, Dwapar and Kali Yuga. That of 1000 of that Yuga is one day of Lord Brahma. That is one day of Brahma. So you can think, we cannot even imagine. That's what I say. So one night Ratri, one night of Lord Brahma, that time the gopis and the Krishnas did perform the Leela. Still gopis are saying that the time passed by so quickly, it was like a blink of eyes, the time has gone by. Even one day of Lord Brahma, gopis, they did prem vilas with Krishna, but still the gopis are think that, oh, there was so less time. Because why? Because the Anand, the Utsava, the Anand that is in the Ras is unimaginable. The Govindas, when Govinda leaves, gopis, they feel like even within 1 second, for a second or minute, that Krishna is away from them. They feel like the Krishna is away for so many billions of millenniums. It's so far away. The time is like. Even living human beings. Living human beings. Even the living entities, animals. They're saying about this. Gopis are saying, because we've got this human body, to meet Krishna, there's so many obstacles. Gopis are saying the female deer and the male deer, even though they are animals, they are so sobhyavak, they are so fortunate. There is no obstacle for them to meet Krishna. Govinda also Govinda also very nicely pets them. That's why the gopis are said. We pray that this female body, that I leave this female body and and I and I get animal body, so that we could eternally be with Govinda. When Govinda goes to cow herding in the forest, then also we can be near Gopala, near Krishna when he goes cow herding. Narottam Das Thakur, I think he said Narottam Das Thakur. If he didn't have this female body, if we didn't have this female body, but if we had animal body, then we would be with Krishna all the time, even when he goes to cow herding. Some gopis are actually lamenting. Even look at Sudam and this sakas, like they're saying sakas can all, wherever there is Krishna, when he goes to cow herding, if you look at sakas, they are always with Krishna. They are playing with Krishna. From 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock, they are with Govinda. But look at us, we are unfortunate. We've got this female body. From far, even not only from far, even to have darshan of Krishna, we are so unfortunate. When Krishna goes cow herding, the gopis, they leave whatever household duties they were doing, and they go up on the roof of the house. Or sometimes they used to come by the front of the door just to get like darshan of Govinda. But their mother and father-in-laws used to have obstacles. They used to stop them going. And they used to say, "Oh, you are female. You should not go outside the house." If he didn't make female body pasu, at least if he didn't have this female body, even if he made man, purush, if he gave us man body, then we would have been with Krishna. We could have stayed with Krishna. Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when the devotees are with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they spend 4 months with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was during Kartik Maina. So much, how much anand you had during the utsav, during the festivals. There's so much leelas, and they heard Govinda's leela from the mouth of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And big, great personalities were there in the assembly, like Rai Ramananda, Advaita Acharya, Swarup Damodar, Parikar, all the others like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dear Parikars, and how Mahaprabhu used to do Ras Katha and Kirtan, and how the devotees were listening. In this Swabhav, there was Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda. So, are you going? हाँ ले लिया. Rai Ramananda and Swarup Damodar. Rai Ramananda and the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And all the great Rasik Bhaktas like Rai Ramananda, Swarupa Prabhu, and in front of them Mahaprabhu. Would he speak only ordinary katha? No. He speak the katha. He speaks katha according to the audience, according to the, not audience, according to the bhaktas. If the devotees are if there are VIP classes, then you would speak accordingly. You won't give, if there are VIP people, you wouldn't give just ordinary alvi sabji or there's some if you have some special guest, you wouldn't give pumpkin sabji or your alvi sabji. How would you cook prasad for them? Opulent. Special dishes. You cook all different varieties of delicious, special food. You'll have many. Maybe malpua, kachori, many varieties of high quality prasad you prepare. Why? Swarup Damodar and Rai Ramananda and Advait Acharyas. They are all Rashik Acharyas. And the Mahaprabhu used to discuss or katha he would give. Give katha, he would give Hari Katha about gopis. So it's not ordinary katha. The prem, all the leelas of prem, he will speak about those leelas. When Mahaprabhu used to speak, and then he used to ask also them to speak a little bit and speak Rai Ramananda. And also they used to speak a very high class katha. What I'm trying to say is, for these 4 months, this Kartak, Mahaprabhu was in the association, was in front with bhaktas. All the sloks they used to, and Padavali, they used to speak. And that's how they used to discuss the kathas or listen to katha. Especially Rai Ramananda. His book is Jagannath Vallabh Nataka. Every sloka he used to describe so nicely. Everybody used to be very pleased. Jagannath Nataka and the beautiful Madhurya Prema of Radhika, they used to speak about. Snehaman, Pranay, Anurag, Mahabhav. Even they used to give katha about in Jagannath Vallabh. A lot is described about Mahaprabhu and Swarup Damodar. And he used to recite a very beautiful sloks in front of bhaktas and did kirtan in front of bhaktas. Swarup down, Vidyavati Chandridas, Padavali. And he used to speak those in very from this katha, very sweet. In this assembly, Sanatana Goswami Pad, Rupa Goswami Pad, they also used to stay with Mahaprabhu. Rupa Goswami's Granthavali, they used to discuss about that. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjwal Nilmali, Nilmad, all this very high class Gandh, they used to discuss. Bhakta log, when they used to listen to those kathas, they were very pleased. Even in Chaitanya Chaturmasya, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami has described. What I'm trying to say is that Mahaprabhu, for 4 months, how Madhur Katha, how they heard, listened, Sneha Bhakta, Sneha Priti, for 4 months. It seemed like as if it was not even Mahaprabhu, they was with Mahaprabhu for 4 months, but it seemed like it's not even 4 days. Then he wanted Mahaprabhu to stay more. It's very beautiful Sandar. Then they used to honor Jagannath Prasad. Maharaj, the king, he used to arrange all the prasad for all the bhaktas. Jagannath's beautiful prasad, delicious prasad. He used to arrange. Yeah, prasad is all good, but still, it's very. Prasad was very opulent. It wasn't ordinary, like Bhagavata. Hodgepodge. Like different sabjis, and they mix it all together. It's one. It's called labla. It's not like that. Jagannath's prasad is so much. There's from all different tastes, like sweet, savory. There's 56 offerings offered on to Jagannath prasad. The bhaktas, if the bhakta, the bhaktas, the prasad was also very good quality, very high, and also the Bhagavad Katha was very high Katha. Rai Ramananda, Swarup Damodar. Even their own grunt, they used to explain their own the sloks in the assembly. Shraddha, Bhajan Kriya, Ashakti Bhav, even if you reach up to Bhav, after Bhav, Sneha, Pran, Anurag, Bhav, Mahabhav, Anuruddha, Madana Maha and Bhav. So in that sabha, that's how far they used to go with it. Up to the prem. When they used to listen to the katha, and they used to get intoxicated and drown in prem. Krishna. Just listen to us. Even during the Kartik Mahina, the Ujveshwari Srimati Radhirani, there's so many beautiful kathas. There's Jashodhar Damodar's katha, Damodar Leela katha, but Ujveshwari Radhika's Nitya kathas. According to the bhaktas, according to the slotas, I have to recite accordingly. Why so many devotees used to come from so far away to come and listen to Mahaprabhu? First, they have darshan of Mahaprabhu, and they come and listen to Hari Katha, Mahaprasad, and Mahaprasad. You have to have greed. You have to have greed for this. What is another name for bhakti? Lobhamoy. Lobhamoy means greed. You should have greed. All these many lifetimes, Sukriti, even that is not Sambhav. Krishna's bhakti, who's intelligent. The Krishna rasa, you're absorbed in it, drowned in it. Like a rui. Like rui, cotton. If you put it in the water, it will. If you put it, it's so absorbed in water, and then if you pick that rui up, like cotton, out of the water, it will tip, like, the water would, droplets of water would tip down. So similarly, Mahaprabhu's bhaktas, they were drowned like that in Mahaprabhu's katha, and that's how they used to associate with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without greed, you cannot get something. The lobh maya, the eagerness you have to listen to the katha.
मेरे कहने की तात्पर्य है ये भक्त लोग 4 महीने तक सब कुछ भूल गए, माने संसार सब कुछ भूल गए.
They forgotten him. For those from 4 months, they forgot their material life, and they stayed with Jagannath. They stayed in Jagannath Puri with Mahaprabhu because they had ekantik nistha with Mahaprabhu, one-pointed nistha. They didn't go here and there. Now what you see is the devotees go here and there. That's not how it should be. Even if you listen Mahaprabhu's katha, how do you wouldn't want to go anywhere here or there. When Gurudev was here, when Gurudev was present here, all the devotees, like Brahma, like a bumblebees, they used to be surrounded. They were all the devotees were surrounded by during when Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj used to sit here. He used to sit here, and they used to listen and the katha from the Gurudev's lotus mouth. So many bhaktas, devotees, used to come from so far away. And they had so much enthusiasm, they had so much eagerness to come and listen to katha. And they came from so far away. And they used to, while they were here, they used to forget their own material life. Some devotees used to come from overseas. They have two reasons. One, to have darshan of Thakurji, and to listen katha, a sweet katha from the lotus mouth of the Gurudev. Like a Brahmar, like a bumblebee. How the bumblebee, he goes to the lotus flower and the bumblebee would be wandering around the lotus flower. So similarly, so Mahaprabhu's darshan, and to listen to Mahaprabhu's Harikatha, the bhaktas were so eager, they had so much eagerness, so much enthusiasm. This is Raganuga Bhakti. For Raganuga Bhakti, you need globe, greed. These two specialities. What is it? One is utkanta, enthusiasm, and Avish means an absorption. Avish means absorption. Utkanta means enthusiasm, a lot of greed. And when they listen to Mahaprabhu's Katha, they used to be absorbed, deep absorption. And then the 4 months ended. Then all the devotees had to leave compartment. I am comparing this with the Ras Leela. What I am comparing, like in Ras Leela, when gopis, they were together one night of Lord Brahma. One night of Lord Brahma, not only one night of Brahma. Yeah, 100,000 is one Chatur Yug. So that's how long this Ras Leela used to last. There were like more than one night of Brahmas, like so many Brahma, that Krishna used to be with gopis, and then still when gopis didn't want to leave Krishna, and then Krishna said, and the gopis said, and Krishna said to gopis, go back to your households, go back to your house. Even Krishna is. Then Krishna, gopis went to their household, their own house. For 4 months, like devotees were with bhaktas were Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the bhaktas didn't want to leave Mahaprabhu. But still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told all the bhaktas, now Kartik has also ended. Now you go back to your houses. The bhaktas didn't want to leave, but by the instructions of Mahaprabhu, by the order of Mahaprabhu, they started to go to their own houses. How was the Mahaprabhu's antar? There is Mahaprabhu internally, he was very sad, very. Even the bhaktas, devotees started to cry to leave Mahaprabhu. All the bhaktas started to cry. Some bhaktas were holding Mahaprabhu's charan and crying. And when Mahaprabhu, even when Mahaprabhu saw the bhaktas' tears and crying, he also started to cry. Who started to cry first? Bhakta, devotees started to cry, or Mahaprabhu started to cry? And then Bhakta started to cry, and then looking at Bhakta's tears, then also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had tears in his eyes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to pacify the devotees, and he used to give Mahaprasad to them and say, take some Mahaprasad. Mahaprabhu used to pacify them. Mahaprabhu gave one instruction, Vaishnava Sevan and what Seva? And Vaishnava Seva, Nam Kirtan and Vigraha Seva. That was the instructions given. Vaishnava Sevan, Nama Sankirtan, Taran. Mahaprabhu said, Vaishnava Seva, Vigraha Seva, Nam Sankirtan. The bhaktas heard this katha and they asked this question to Mahaprabhu. Acha, we can understand Vishnu Nam Seva and Vigraha Seva, but what about Vaishnava Seva? How can we know who is Vaishnava? What Seva Vaishnava? How can we serve a Vaishnava? How do we know who is Vaishnava? So Mahaprabhu said, even in the mouth of whoever speaks Krishna name, if they're doing what they send, hey Vaishnava, whoever speaks Krishna's name and is Nam, is Vaishnava. Like Madhyam Adhikari Vaishnava. And third is Madhyam. So that third person is when you see the Vaishnava and chant mantra Harinam, that is Uttam Bhaktam. Krishna Nam. Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There is one thing we can think about here is, if you hear from this one Suddhanam, here we are saying is Uttam Kanistha. His Uttam Kanistha means his pure name. His Krishna Nam, where he says Krishna Nam means pure name. Who is chanting pure name. One who chants pure holy name. What are the symptoms of that person? What is that? The romanch, they have the symptoms of romanch, all the symptoms of ecstasy in the body, romanch. Dhrumai, Jalai, Dipta, Udipta, Sudipta. Those are the symptoms of Mahabhav. And the kathas of our Acharya Path have mentioned it in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Dipta, Udipta. Those are the symptoms of Mahaprabhu.
This
Udipta.
if
If there is one pure name, one can chant pure name, is called Vaisnava. And the second he said, whenever you see them or have darshan of Krishna, then automatically you also start chanting. Nirantar Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Who is that? That's Madhyam Adhikari. Which type of Madhyam? Uttam Madhyam. That is Uttam Madhyam. Nirantar. He is doing Nirantar now with no aparadha. No. He is chanting pure name. Then how Madhur, sweet for Krishna. Mukunda, Govinda, Krishna. Sanatana Goswami Pad in Priyat Bhagavatam is been Sri Krishna Gopala Hare Mukunda Govinda He Nanda Kishora Krishna Hajashi Sasoda Sri Vallabha Radhike Radhikas, who is very Pran Priyata, beloved, is Sham Sundar. Nirantar, who is doing Nirantar Namadar, is a Uttam Madhyam. Who is continuously chanting Harinam. Then who is Uttam Bhagavat? Then who is even just taking darshan of Uttam Bhagavat, that you start chanting. There is also three types of Uttam Bhagavat. Bhakta, Parshadya, Bhakta Parshadya, Bhagavat Parshadya. They are Nitya Parikar of Bhagwan. They are Uttam. Like Narada Rsi. He's a Parikar of Bhagwan. Who is Nirdud, who is in his Hriday many. There's no like Sukadev Goswami, and straight after birth, he took birth from the mother. Who takes darshan of Sukadev Goswami. Sukadev Goswami in Pranam Mantra he said, hey Sankar, listen. What happens when you take darshan of Sukadev Goswami? When he takes the birth, after they took birth of from mother's womb, he ran.
दैवाना गृह कात पीछे उनके पिताजी
He's behind him.
कृष्ण दैवाना वेद
His father, Vyasadeva, was also running after him. That my son, beautiful son, why is he leaving me and going? Where is he going? So that's why he also started to run behind him, saying, Hey Putra, Hey Putra. And Sukadeva Goswami said, even once, did not turn his face to see who's behind me. And there's someone calling me. Even Vyasadevi, he said, Ha Putra, Ha Putra, and Sukadeva Goswami came. He ran after, behind the Sukadeva Goswami. Echo, the echo when he was saying, that echo when he was saying, Hey Putra, Hey Putra. So the echo was, and it was reflected back, it would hit the trees, and it would be reflected back as echo, and the trees used to say, Akasha. The trees used to speak out and say, Oh, who is your son? Why are you speaking like Hey Putra, unnecessary? Why are you saying Ha Putra, Ha Putra? Even the trees used to say, oh, even the trees, when they have darshan of Sukadeva Goswami, they used to be absorbed in pain. By having the darshan of these, how can you understand? It's like there's no drop water dripping out from the trees. It's even like having darshan of Sukadeva Goswami, they got also absorbed, so much prem that in Srimad Bhagavatam, in Tikakaran is explained, when Krishna used to go cow herd, even the vraksha, the trees used to cry in heaven when they had Govinda's darshan. All the trees in the forest, the puspa, even having Govinda's darshans, the gifts they were giving Prattara, they would give flowers, they would give fruit, the leaves, and that's how when Govinda used to enter the forest, these trees used to decorate themselves so beautifully, because there's so much anand in having Govinda's darshan. Like during the wedding, the bride is so much decorated. She puts many ornaments, and she would win the groom. So like that, when the trees used to have darshan of Govinda, they would decorate themselves, like offering so similar the trees, all the different flowers and leaves and fruits, that because they used to, which is the topmost anand, in the material world. Anand is when the utsav, the festival they have when one is getting married, is really like a great ceremony. But the anand you have on that wedding day is like so much, like bride and groom are very happy. But afterwards, that anand is not there. So it's who is true, who are married are also the day, the anand, the happiness you have on the day of your marriage. You wear beautiful clothes, and ornaments. And both the groom and the bride are decorated, and around the fore, like many beautiful musical instruments are playing. A lot of music is playing around you. The other day, they had wedding next door, and the music went on until till 3 o'clock in the morning. And they have so many different varieties of. There's not bhagavata. I don't understand what the music they play. What type of music is playing? So they have uddipan, like they have enjoying it. During the wedding, they are calm, lusty, they are enjoying. Huh? DJ, the DJ is playing like all this. Even I said the anand, the 100 times, million times the anand you have. These trees used to have when Krishna used to enter the forest. The night swag night, the night of wedding is called swagnat. But the anand that when Krishna used to enter the forest of Vrndavana, the anand the trees used to have was million times more than that of a bride and a bridegroom wedding. The Govinda had such a beautiful roop, and they used to decorate, they used to offer the flowers, and they used to bow down like, it's like as if today, hey, the tree is saying to earth, hey, you are fortunate. You are so fortunate. The trees are saying to the earth, you are so fortunate that Krishna's lotus feet is on your head. The Prashan. There's many sloks, and these sloks have been, the commentaries of these sloks is so great that the earth is touching the lotus feet of Krishna's, and the trees are saying, and with the flowers and leaves, and the hey, saying earth, hey, earth, you are so dhanya, you are so fortunate that you are touching lotus feet of Krishna, and the trees are showering the leaves and the flowers, and in that way they are kissing the earth. There's every whatever slok, whether it's Dasa slok or Sakhya Rup, Madhurya Sat, that Sanatana Goswami part, he used to comment on all this, commentary on these slokas so nicely. When Govinda used to enter the forest and the trees, then it's how they used to welcome Krishna in the forest. Sanatan said, Govinda, trees used to see Govinda from far away and say, and they used to like with the branches, they used to take darshan of Krishna. Like what? Like they were with the branches, like one branch is touching the other branch. They used to have darshan, bow down. So they used to be saying, when the king, assembly, when the king enters the assembly of his, and the citizens of the kingdom do a grand festival. And they would say Jai to king, the citizens of that Vijay victory Utsav, Vijay Utsav. The citizens of that kingdom, he would, when they are welcoming the king, Swagatam, they would welcome the king. So similarly, the trees, Swagatam. So similarly, the trees are welcoming Krishna into the forest. The trees used to decorate themselves, like welcoming Govinda. Even the Govindas used to enter the forest. How did the trees used to do? Very beautifully. The trees, they used to shower the flowers. You know, the path that Krishna is entering. They would the trees would decorate it with the flower petals, like the path. Yes. Very beautiful fragrance petals with flowers. The path is decorated. When Krishna used to enter the forest, the trees in a very used to path, with their petals, like following, from the tree, the petals dropping out from the trees. They used to decorate the path, like when the snow falls. When the snow is falling, like how white snow is falling, and then how the ground is covered with the snow. If you go to Russia, it's like they are falling. It's like the cotton, like cotton. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. Then it comes, but when it's coming from the sky, when it's falling, it is like cotton, like fluffy, like cotton is falling. And then your body would be covered white. But then after a while you get frozen. That's it. Then when it's falling, it's like cotton, soft cotton is falling. Similarly, when Krishna used to enter the forest of Vrndavana, the trees, how trees used to decorate the path with a komal, very soft, even softer than the lotus flower. Used to decorate the path with very soft flowers. Why? Because they used to say that nothing should come and hurt Krishna's lotus feet. Like there should be no thorns, not even one little pebble. So the kante, actually the thorns that are in transcendental world, they are like rubber. They don't prick in you. They're like even if your foot falls on it, it's the thorns don't go inside you. It just falls. They look like thorns, but they're not like thorns. So like nobody, the Krishna's feet shouldn't get any pain. So there should be no pain, and Krishna's lotus feet should be protected. Ratru's charan, whose soul, the soul of the feet, is very red, is so red. Even if you like it's so soft that we cannot even imagine Govind's lotus feet are so beautiful. We cannot even imagine
ऐसे गोविंद के सुंदर
that Govinda's beautiful charan, lotus feet.
थोड़ी सी
Even if a small, they should not suffer. Even a little bit, nothing should even have any pain at his foot. So like that, they used to protect his feet, like they used to cover the path with soft flower petals. Where I said, when Viraj Maharaj, when the Maharaj used to sit on the throne, and then we used to come in the throne, that very nice fragrance, four sides were decorated with fragrance, Madhavi, Malti, all different types of flowers, beautiful flowers were surrounded. The fragrance from all that flowers was just emanating. The air was, and the air was the. So what beautiful seva used to do for Govinda. Like we said, what is this to tree? The trees used to say, used to fan the leaves. They used to, like the fan. They used to fan Maharaj when the king is moving, walking. Then on the both sides, the dasis or the dasas of king, they are fanning. Chamar, one is fanning the king. That's about the trees. With the leaves, they used to fan Krishna. Even the patta leaves from far. It's like as if it's Chamar Dulai, Swagatam, Chamar Dulai. And the bumblebees were buzzing around, flying around. But when they see Govinda's with the slokas, they used to welcome, and they used to welcome him with, they're calling him with beautiful slokas. Like when Raja is coming, entering the assembly, then they welcomed him with many different types of music. It's called, in Shastra, it's called Bandi Dan. When the Raja sits on the seat, then they used to, with beautiful music, and they used to glorify the king. So when Bhagwan enters the Vrindavan, he comes as a cowherd boy who is entering the forest. Then Sukadev Goswami Pad, he came out from a mother's womb. What happened when they had darshan? Everybody who was, and they had, as soon as he was born, and whoever had darshan, they had tears in their eyes. Gurudev's Sanatan Goswami Party said in hey Rishi, listen. Sukadev's Mahima, glorify, listen to glorification of Sukadev. One is Uttam, whose darshan, just taking the darshan, Uttam Adhikari, when you have darshan of that the Krishna Prem manifest. Third is Murchik Katha. In